All right, well, I'm going to do this video about planting seeds. I have spent the last 2 days working through my plan for growing things, and I have part of the plan out here, but I will go through what I have figured out, and it was just from the beautiful other people on YouTube who have been growing cut flowers, and that the videos that I've watched, and kind of took those pieces and made it work for myself, I'm hoping. But it was definitely a learning lesson, which is so interesting. I've been growing flowers for years, but never really had a plan for how many flowers can go in this bed. And of course, growing cut flowers is a little different than just, landscape and bedding flowers, where you don't have to worry so much. And not trying to make the most of the space and, kind of cram as many flowers as possible. However, finally I got some. I've had to kind of bootleg some supplies here. So what I did is I have this big tub that I have for my potting shed, but I'm not out there yet because it's kind of cold and we don't have the electrical run out there. So I'm in my garage. And what I have mixed inside here is 1 bag of the potting mix. In fact, let me show you. I bought an actual bag of potting mix because I thought I would try it and just see. Though I normally make it up myself. Sorry. I got this, it went with these Jiffy kits, which were actually pretty reasonable. They were like $7 or $8 at Lowe's, and it comes with the no-hold tray. It's got the little seed things, and then it has the humidity dome that goes on top. The only bad news is that these are like one-time, these cell trays that are made out of that cardboard here are only going to be one time. But in a way, it's kind of nice, especially for those things that don't like to be transplanted. So I got 6 of those, which was all they had. And I have some more trays coming from Amazon on Sunday, so I figured this will be fine for now. So I did mix that whole bag, plus I mixed my normal seed starting mix, which is just the sphagnum moss and the perlite, which is sort of a 70-20 or 70-20, 80-20 or 70-30 kind of mix. It's probably like an 80-20, you just put the little white things in there just to make it, to give it some, for drainage. And then I added in the Biotone, Espoma Biotone starter for the plants. I've never used that before for seeds, but I've seen them do it online. And then I also have some vermiculite that I'm going to add like a top dressing to some of them. I heard from several people certain seeds like it to help it with not molding, and the vermiculite does that. So I poured all of that into this big thing, and then I added some water to get it moistened up, just a little bit at a time until it's about the consistency, maybe a tiny bit dry, but I don't want it to be too soggy. It kind of will stick together, and now I'm just filling the trays, and I actually have the one on the bottom already filled. So I'm going to fill a few trays. Today I am planting some snapdragons and some stock. I've got tons of snapdragons, but I'm not going to plant them all because I'm going to do some succession plantings. However, this is all trial and error for me. I've never done it this way, and I've never really grown this many seeds. I've done a lot of herb seeds, but I did a lot of flower seeds last year, I should say, but they were all put out. Most of them were put out direct sow. So a lot of these I am going to direct sow, but some of these require to be transplanted. So I'm a little nervous. And I have my lights set up, so I'll get back in there and show you, but we don't need lights for a couple days. We don't need lights till they germinate. Some of these could take a week or just a few days to germinate. So right now I'm just gonna go in here and try to seed. And it's gonna take a while because these snapdragon seeds are the smallest seeds I've ever seen. So I'm gonna try to be real careful, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure this is gonna go into tomorrow, but it was warmish today, so I wanted to at least get this started. I was supposed to do this a week ago, so I feel like I'm already behind a week, but the fact of the matter was I just wasn't ready. I still don't have the soil I need for the garden. I'm hoping maybe to get that tomorrow. I have to go out in the garden. The one out here is really ready. It just needs to be marked off. The soil needs to be added, and I need to kind of make the rows and put down the fabric. But you know, all of that takes a long time, and it's been kind of cold and it's supposed to be raining, so I'm going to do the best I can to get this. And I've decided to do 3 2.5 foot rows, and then all the way down. This is 24 feet, 24.5 feet. So we're gonna have like 3 mini rows going all the way down, one here, one there, and one there, and then just little walkways in between. Ooh, it's already cooling down, but it's like probably close to 5 o'clock now. So I'm trying to get as much as I can, but I can only do what I can do with when I have what I need. I don't want to throw the seeds down out here right now because it's not quite ready. So I'm going to try to get the seeding done. That takes a little bit more time. And hopefully by next week, I can start direct sowing here as well as out in the other fields, because I've decided this one is going to be all of my, what they call focal flowers. So in here, I'm going to have sunflowers, zinnias, rudbeckia, and some painted daisy. And there's going to be a lot of sunflowers. So I'm going to be doing that all here. And then in the back yard, beside the potting shed, is where the rest of my flowers will go, the filler flowers. And I just have tons of those. I had to separate out into, I think, 4 beds out there. Well, I've got the plan of it right here. Again, I'll show you how to do this a little bit more. It took me a little bit to kind of figure it out. I had them like 5 foot rows, and then after listening to some videos, they were saying those are too wide, and I'm not tall. I'm like 5'3", so I needed to make them not as wide. So I think here I've got 3 foot beds. So I've got 4 3-foot beds in the back, and here they're about 2.5 feet. So should be easy, you know, to reach over and get all the flowers. And hopefully I'm not wasting too much space, you know, by doing it that way. But I feel like that was the only way I can do it. I can't do 4 and 5 foot rows. I'll never be able to reach the flowers. So here you can see I have a whole bunch of stuff. My snapdragons and stock are going to go in here. And then I've got some bachelor buttons, nigella, blue perum, poppies, achillea, and the sweet Annie, Dara, Queen Anne's lace, and dianthus. And that's like the first round. And then I will have, some of these will pull out, and I'll be putting in more of the summer annuals. So I'm going to be growing those in seeds while these are out here, like these poppies, and the stock won't last forever. And then I will stick in the other ones. At least that is my plan. So I'm not sure how it's all going to go. I hope it's going to go great. I've officially created the name of Floral Cottage, which I think I told you I'm super excited today. My daughter helped me set up my Instagram account, Floral Cottage Farms. So if you want to go follow me over there, I'll be having pictures of my flowers. Right now, I just have pictures of last year's flowers because I grew a lot of beautiful annuals and things that I'll be growing this year. So I'm excited, and I'll also be showing you know, some of the gardens as I get it going. But thank you so much for following me here. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I would be happy to help answer questions as I learn. This is my first year doing a flower farm, but I have been gardening for about 25 years. So I have a lot of that under my belt. Just it's a little bit different when you are doing it for cut flowers. So, all right, I'm back to seeding.